In a perfect world, nothing happens. In an imperfect world, a lot of things happen. And it takes people with very good eyes, with very observing eyes. It takes people with storytelling skills to observe the things that are happening and narrate or tell stories that allow us to make sense of our world. We don't live in a perfect world. We live in an imperfect world with so many occurrences that happen every single day. And one of my favorite people in the whole state of Oregon is Dr. Gabriela Corosi, who is a writer. But the reason I'm asking her to come today is not just because she's a writer, it's because she's a writer with a big heart. One of the reasons I'm asking her to come today is because she is a healthcare administrator, but not just a healthcare administrator, it's one who has a big heart to convey ideas and to bring to us an understanding of the world that is very unique. I consider Gabriela an unsung hero. And yes, an unsung writer. Welcome to the Story Warrior channel, Dr. Gabriela Carosi. How are you doing this afternoon?
My heart is just melting right now from this beautiful introduction. I am doing well. I'm recovering from a little cold, so forgive me if I sound a little congested, but I'm doing really well. Thank you. I'm really grateful to be here.
You are amazing. You should not be surprised. This is overdue. I should have asked you to come long time ago, but this platform wasn't just ready. This platform is just gotten ready in the last couple of months, and I've been hoping and praying to have you on board. And I'm delighted that you're here to tell us something about your writings, your observations of the world, because we love to feature people who are doing amazing work. And I know you're doing amazing work with your pen. Even during the pandemic, you were writing. Nobody was writing during the pandemic. I couldn't write during the pandemic. You were writing. So, first things first, tell us who is Dr. Gabriela Carosi.
All the way from the beginning.
Uh, uh, as far as you feel comfortable.
um, I like to describe myself as somebody who thinks outside the box. I don't like
Okay.
to put me in a category that you
Mm,
have like this one specific area of interest or area of niche in the world. Um, I'm someone who like to observe the environment. I'm really
mhm,
close in touch with nature, with people. I
mhm,
like to build community and support and try to spread positivity and love in this world as much as I can. There's so much negative things already out there. Try to tend to look with glass more half full, but
mhm.
my glass does break and shatter from time to time. The pandemic was one of them.
Okay, okay.
Um, but otherwise, I am trained as a nurse. I've been a nurse for 30 years. I
Wow.
also have a
30
PhD
years. I didn't even know you were up to 30.
yeah, in a few months. Yes, I mean, it's really close, like
Okay,
literally,
okay. In a few months,
literally,
that's right. That's
yes.
right.
As we get into next year, it's going to be marking my third year of nursing. But
Wow.
yeah, and then I finished a PhD in public health in 2019,
Mm.
and yeah, and I
That,
love prevention, emergency management as well, um,
yes,
and I like to write
amazing.
stories, so I write.
And you're coming across like very shy, like very unsure. But I know when it comes to your pen, you write with so much certainty. So you've been a nurse for well over 30 years. I believe there are lots and lots of stories you can unpack from your world of nursing. So maybe we talk a little bit about nursing, and then we can talk a little bit more about your writing. Help me understand what got you into the field of nursing.
My mother,
Hmm.
the short answer,
What did she
because
say?
she
What did she
always
do?
wanted to be a nurse.
Hmm.
So when it came I grew up in Hungary, so when it came to choose a career in Hungary, nursing was one of the good careers, and I had good grades. And
Wow.
she told me that we're gonna apply to nursing school, and we did.
Of course, you had good grades. You're one of the smartest people I know. Of course, you had good grades. So your mom suggested or nurtured you towards nursing. So it wasn't really your idea. Are you saying you're living your
Not in the
mom's dream?
beginning, not in the
Okay.
beginning. And then when I moved to the United States,
Hmm.
um, the nursing degree that I did in Hungary did not count.
Yes.
And I was trying to figure out, you're restarting everything, you're learning the language. And
Wow.
I could have picked another career, but
Yep.
somehow
You stay with it.
my heart was in nursing already.
There you
So
go.
I decided to do nursing
You
again.
say,
So I actually have three different nursing degrees. So
wow.
right
Wow.
now.
Three different nursing degrees. So you're absolutely committed. Tell us, which are these?
So I got my first nursing degree in Hungary. So you learn nursing, and then I first in the United States I learned to be an LPN, a licensed practical
Mm-hmm.
nurse.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a nursing degree, and then I become an RN, which is another
Mm.
nursing
Yeah.
degree. But
Yes.
then I just kept going, and had my BSN and masters as
Mm.
well. But you had to relearn some of the practices multiple times as you were doing your nursing
Yes.
degrees. So.
So you're what you're telling me is you're unstoppable, and I know you're unstoppable, right? You're unstoppable. But in the field of nursing, and I observe from some kind of proximity how you wrestled with managing your department during the heart of the pandemic. During the heart of the pandemic, tell me something about that heart of commitment, and no matter the circumstances. Where did you get that from? Is that also from your mom, just like you got your nursing career from your mom?
I think in a crisis like that,
Hmm.
I can stand really strong and keep going until I can. And then at some point, you crash because you can't keep going any longer.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, that's what happened to me during the pandemic because you
Mm-hmm.
had to go so strong for so long. And then at some point, you just cannot do it anymore. The pandemic
Mm-hmm.
broke me as a nurse, and I was not sure if I'm going to be a nurse
Mm-hmm.
after that.
Wow.
Um, but you just stand up and you just do the best you can because there's so many people
Yeah.
out there who are suffering and who need your help and who have nobody else.
Yeah. Okay.
So you just keep going
Yes.
until you can.
Wow. 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 Tell me, so you came through the pandemic, managing quite a number of people. Uh, what kept you going?
I think part of it was I just couldn't believe it. I,
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it that's happening. I couldn't believe all the people who needed help and
Mm-hmm.
support and guidance as well. Um, it was amazing to me that it's happening throughout my lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that you learned in nursing school and in public health that it happened in the past, and we talk about the plague or the flu pandemic and epidemics,
Mm-hmm.
but with the modern technology,
Mm-hmm.
it's not something that I would have ever thought that it is going to happen.
Yeah.
And I was really trying to focus on the prevention. So
Mm-hmm.
trying to do one of the main things was providing and giving as many injections once we had the vaccine
Mm-hmm.
as possible. And I
Mm-hmm.
also volunteered giving vaccines with the Medical Reserve Corps and
Mm-hmm.
Servor as well, which just actually a few months ago, it's still on my desk. I got a little coin. I don't know if you can see.
Wow.
That's
What does it
COVID
read?
virus. That's the COVID
Uh-huh.
virus.
Oh.
Yeah, it's from the Serve Oregon state.
Yes. Yes.
Um, and they were just saying as a thank you for
Wow.
being
Their
there,
service.
you
Their
know.
service. Yeah.
Um, but I just can't keep it in my desk recently as a reminder that, um, something little like this as a virus
Mm-hmm.
can really break so many people, and there's so many that, and it crippled our system. And going back to the question, what kept me going? I don't know.
Hmm.
It's just something you had to do. You had
Mm-hmm.
to, because there was not enough people. There
Yeah.
was not enough people around. Nurses were sick too.
Yes.
Providers were sick. There was
Mm-hmm.
just, I was getting emails every day if I want to go travel and relieve things there
Mm-hmm.
and there, but yet my community also needed me. So I think it was just like
Okay.
you had to be there. So I was.
Okay. Just 1 second. It might be a minor emergency on the other side. I want to make sure that it's taken care of. Just 1 second. I'll be right back. So
Okay.
please just stay put. I regret to do this, but sometimes they say when there's an emergency, you have to attend to it. So just 1 second. Let me be obscure.
Absolutely.
So I was in the middle of something. You can at least just hold up for me and talk. So you were paying her? No, let's keep her. No. Can you just keep her? I mean, it's really of a lot. Can you just keep her? You can leave her. If she trying to do it. It might be a fairly challenging moment. This little one maybe wanted to make her first appearance on Streamcast, and she was going through something, and I wanted to make sure that I attend to her. So, but in line with what you do as a nurse, you always try to attend to the person who needs some help, right?
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that is exactly what happened, and I needed to make sure that she was not in any form of danger. So I regret that we may not be able to really continue. So I have to go and attend to this little one who is so persistent. I was throwing up. So I thank you so much for uh,